What's up, guys? Sleepz here with the 50th episode of my journey to an Ultimate Team. We are 50 episodes deep into this series. If you guys are enjoying it, make sure to hit a like for this landmark in the series. And as you guys can tell, to start this episode off, we are making a signing, and it is going to be the team of the group stage, Ben Yedder. Now, obviously, he's going to be going into our La Liga team, but I also wanted to make another signing for that squad, and it is going to be none other than 89 Modric, one of the best center mids in the game. So our La Liga team is going to be looking a little bit beefier. You guys have been telling me in the comments lately to kind of do something with this team, make a couple of upgrades here and there, and that is what we are doing in this episode with Ben Yedder, who is not going to be playing striker. We're actually going to be playing him as a cam, and Modric is not going to be taking the place of Paulinho, even though Paulinho is lower rated than Saul. I think Paulinho is just a better utility center mid to have in the squad. And we are going to put Modric in the place of Saul, and we are going to put an engine chemistry style on Modric, and we are going to put a maestro on Ben Arfa to kind of help him out with his passing stats, dribbling, and all of that. So moving on to the first match, guys, with our new signings, looking to hopefully get some debut goals from the boys. And this guy had a very average 4-3-3 team. And by the way, we are in a pretty decent position. If you guys would have noticed at the beginning of the episode when we went into this match, I think we only need 4 points from the remaining 3 matches to actually get the Division 1 title for the first time, something that we have not done yet in this series, so that'd be a nice thing to achieve here on the 50th episode, and we've put ourselves in a very good position. So far, we're actually undefeated, and what's better is that we're actually going up 2-0 in this one, and Ben Yedder actually assisted both goals, so he is doing his job in that number 10 role. Assisting goals is what we want from him. And he is actually going to also get himself a debut goal. So this is what you expect from your cam. And I have to say, after using Ben Yedder in this first match, I was like very, very, very surprised with him. I was a little iffy. I'm like, am I really going to like him at cam? I'm not sure. I was very, very iffy on the decision. But his touch, guys, is just amazing. Like, his dribbling just feels very, 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 very clean. His touches are very close to his feet. And it's just great. I really love, first impressions of Ben Yedder basically are very, very positive. Unfortunately for us, we could not keep a clean sheet in this one, as I give away a penalty in the 80th minute roughly, and he is going to convert from this spot. But what's good is that we do manage to get a 3-1 victory, so we only need 1 point out of 2 matches. If I were to fail that, I would be very, very depressed. And on a side note, we actually also got man of the match with Ben Yedder on a 9.6, so very good debut game from him, and like I said, I'm enjoying using him very much so. Now moving on to this next match, this guy has a 4-3-2-1 Bundesliga/Serie A hybrid. You know he took out Zapata and subbed on another center back, although I can't quite remember exactly who he subbed on. And right there, Perisic, just a great turn of Zapata. It's only the 2nd minute, so he didn't actually get to make that change yet. And that was just an amazing turn, an amazing touch, and a great finish on that 5-star weak foot. Very nice goal from him. A decent opportunity from him there. And then right here, this is some poor defending for me. Like, I'm reading the stop and turn. I know this spin is coming. I know it. But I just kind of committed a little bit too much, and I was just not able to recover. He passes it into the area, and James from that close in, doesn't matter if it's weak foot or strong foot, you expect him to convert an opportunity like that. A little bit of luck goes our way, though, as we got dispossessed once there, and actually I had just gotten dispossessed just prior to you guys seeing that clip. So a bit lucky to go up 2-1 in this, admittedly. And right here, I should probably be making it 3-1. Maybe I had time for an extra touch there, but Perisic is unable to put that one in the corner. A great opportunity for Nainggolan, and this guy was definitely not a bad player. He was certainly creating chances. And finally, right here, James Rodriguez is actually going to pick up a brace as he bangs one in from distance, making it 2-2. And then from there, I was like, okay, let's not get too greedy. I don't need to win this game. I just need 1 point, and I will have the title and 15,000 coins. So that's exactly what I did. I just shut up shop and made sure to not concede another goal. So there you have it, guys, 15,000 coins. We actually get a kit for winning Division 1, which I was actually unaware of. And we also get, of course, our access to Weekend League, because we did need to qualify for that. Now, moving on, guys, before we get to the next matches of this episode, I decided to make even more signings. You know, it's episode 50. Let's go in on this La Liga team. And to be completely honest with you guys, 100% honest, I don't know how much more we're going to see of that Calcio team. I think at this point, I don't want to make any more signings for it. I think we have the best players in every single position, bar icons and stuff like that. But as far as players from the league itself, I think we've basically done it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play probably one last Weekend League with that squad, And that's it. Like, after this weekend league is over, I'm going to make a new B team and start just investing coins into that La Liga squad. Now, before we get into the squad selection screen here and we make some changes here and there, I want to show something that we haven't seen before, because now that we have finally won Division 1, that's like sort of like a landmark in the series. That's something that I kind of had on a checklist. I was like, okay, we've won Division 1, let's get that off. And these are just my season history stats. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed here is my average conceded goals per match. 1.52 seems a bit high, but other than that, everything else is pretty good. Record's fine. We're scoring a decent amount of goals, so everything is looking good there. I just thought we'd had a quick glance at my season history. So, as I was saying, I'm a little bit tired of that Calcio team, and I think a lot of you guys share the same sentiment. You guys are a little bit sick of seeing that team, and we have gone 50 episodes deep. I think that squad is very good. I enjoy using it, but it is now time, well, after this weekend league, I should say, it is now time to move on to some bigger and better things. So after this weekend league, we're going to sell those players on, and with the coins that we get from selling that team, I will probably be making a pretty decent signing for this La Liga squad. So moving on to this next match, guys, we have now put Griezmann in the squad as well as Varane, and this next opponent is actually a top 100 player. This isn't a FUT Champions match, but I recognize his name from seeing him on the leaderboards. I know he's a top 100 player, and you guys saw he had a very, very, very good team. Loads of icons. He's got Bale, Ronaldo, all these OP players, and it didn't take him long to score. Just 5 minutes in. Arguably right there, Asenjo, isn't that keeper's ball right there? Like, just jump up and grab it. You should not be letting Ronaldo head that one. That should be keeper's ball for me. And then what's worse is that this guy is going to make it 2-0. And to be honest, you could just tell, like, this is a very, very good FIFA player. We started off terribly, 8 minutes, and we're already 2-0 down. And you see, he's just creating chances for fun. He was extremely good. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not disappointed to concede these goals, I guess. It just sucks that I kind of really didn't give myself a chance. When you go 3-0 down and you guys see, what is it? It's the 19th minute. At that point, you're just going to chase the game. And against somebody as good as this, the chances of you winning are extremely, extremely low. So the first half was like 95% his chances. This was literally the only opportunity I had. And after that, though, in the second half, we kind of fought our way back into it. I kind of just took a second to say, you know what? If we're going to lose 3-0, we're going to lose 3-0. But at the very least, I want to lose this game like with some respect, with some dignity. Let's show this top 100 player that I'm not that bad, because this guy was absolutely abusing me in the opening minutes of this game. And we did actually pull one back, and we actually are going to pull up two back. There is Bakambu making it 3-2 in the 60th minute. And then from there, it all kind of became a bit jammy. You could tell this guy maybe wasn't taking me that serious, and perhaps that's why I got those 2 goals. But at that point, he kind of just was like, no, you're not going to score anymore. He creates a great chance there with Ronaldo. We just about managed to clear the danger after a very, very suspect pass from myself. And he is actually going to be creating the last few chances here. Bale is going to have a decent effort here. And it almost goes in, if not for Umtiti clearing that off the line. So we are going to lose this one 3-2, guys. But you know what? Considering I was down 3-0, this is a top 100 player. I'm not going to complain too much. You guys can tell by the stats he completely demolished me. Yes, I had more possession, but he was just controlling like the attacking play in that one. So I'm going to keep playing with this La Liga team. I was a bit disappointed Griezmann didn't get on the score sheet because, you know, he's a high-profile player. We want to see him scoring goals. And our next opponent had a 4-3-1 Prem team, and he had that very, very famous Bayern Munich triangle, Vidal, Alaba, and Boateng. And he is actually going to get the first goal in this one. He cuts that back to Hazard. I'm not really sure what he did at the beginning of this match. He paused it, as it's common. A lot of people pause at the beginning and they make a couple of changes, and I think he must have put Hazard at either striker or cam, because he was getting a lot of the ball and he was causing a lot of problems. You see, Hazard's actually going to be on the ball right here again. He does a standing roulette, gets past my defender. Bang, he's up 3-0 in 15 minutes roughly. So not a good start here, guys. And I think part of the reason I'm having these rough starts is because I haven't played much FIFA lately. I would say in the past 5 or 6 days, I've played, you know, very little. Of those 5 or 6 days, I've probably played FIFA only 2 or 3 times. And it shows. I'm a little bit rusty, and I'm starting these games out a little bit rough, and I'm just kind of having to battle my way back into it. You see here, these are good chances. Like, he could be up 4 or 5-0 arguably, and we're just barely hanging on. But later on in this game, this is what we have Modric in the team. At least we can kind of see like a spark of what this team is all about. Modric with a killer through ball. Bakambu, the goalkeeper, is off his line. That's going to be an easy finish for any goal striker worth his merit. And then right here, he is actually going to make it 4-1. Some bad defending for me. His effort comes off the post, and there is Hazard to completely kill this game off. But in the end, I did get another consolation goal. We are actually going to play this one to Paulinho. You saw he was kind of tracking the run of Griezmann, and if he doesn't track the run of Griezmann, I score with Griezmann, so he just went with the less likely of the two options. I had no choice but to shoot from distance with Paulinho. Fortunately for me, it did go in, although it didn't really matter very much. So another loss, guys, and it was just because of a bad start. In those two matches, I just dug myself too deep of a hole, and I just could not manage to come back. And what's worse is that I scored 4 goals in those 2 games, and Griezmann did not feature in any of them. So I figured, you know what, let's play one more match. I want to see Griezmann get on this score sheet. You know, we paid a lot of coins for him. I want to see him do kind of what Dybala does on the other team. Dybala is an absolute beast. I really love using him. He's very clinical. His dribbling feels amazing. I was expecting to Griezmann to be somewhat similar. Now, in this game, you guys see that we actually do go down 1-0. There is Lewandowski, but I kind of felt that that goal was against the run of play. You know, sometimes when you're playing somebody, you kind of figure out in the first, like, 15 to 20 minutes, like, okay, is this guy better than me, or am I better than him? How close is this match going to be? And I could tell by the mistakes he was making that I could score. I just had to just get the job done. And finally, we managed to equalize this one in the 43rd minute. And from there on, it was basically all me. This next goal is a bit jammy, admittedly, as I tried to play a chip through ball. That fails. I try to win the second header. That fails. We finally pick it up on the 3rd time, play to Bakambu, and Bakambu does give us the lead in that one. Just before halftime, we actually scored those 2 goals, one after the other. And then right here, the moment that I have been waiting for, there is Griezmann finally getting a goal for us. And you know, a big reason as to why Griezmann is so awesome in this game is because he has that awesome epic celebration. So for the first time, we're going to have to watch that celebration. And it's the 65th minute now, and he's kind of like attacking me a little bit too much. Like the pressure is just too high. And those were just simple passes. I mean, I wasn't doing any 1-2s. I was doing no skills. I did nothing. All I did was pass, turn, shoot. And just like that, we're up 4-1. And after scoring that goal, you guys can tell already by the cue of the pause that he was ready to get out of there. And we finally do pick up a victory in Division 1. I'm thankful that I didn't have that form when I needed to get the title. So thankfully, we got the title. We're in Foot Champs. We have some new signings. Things are looking good. We're going to just put those losses behind us. We're going to quickly end this episode off in our transfer list. You guys see these are just basically random silvers and bronzes I had in my club, as well as the buy-e that we got from our weekly rewards. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Like I said, make sure to smash a like on this episode, guys. 50 episodes in, and hopefully we can get a lot of likes on this video. Push on for 50 more, and I'll talk to you guys again in the 100th episode. So, like I said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.